Buffalo's gonna win it, folks.
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout.
We're seeing why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Right now, baby. Come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started then. Yes, we are back for another episode of Overdue Bills. I'm your host, Mike D, a.k.a. Frank A. Hey, oh. And we are here. I'm here with my two brothers. My first brother with a different color, as Preach would say, hue. My boy, Mighty Ice, a.k.a. Matty Nice, a.k.a. Matty Cole. You finished the rest. Matt, how you doing today, bro? You good?
I'm doing good. Feeling real good. My boy turned up this weekend.
I know you. Matt is our local Bills apologist and Josh Allen stan, so I know you're feeling real good. I know you're feeling
great.
real good.
Feeling
Now
great.
I'm here with my guy, All-Purpose Rat. Y'all know who he is,
Sir.
man. Y'all know the vibes. What's going on, Rat?
I'm doing good, man. Bills 7-2. Super Bowl? I don't know. We'll see.
Oh,
We'll see.
no,
Let's talk.
Rat,
Let's talk.
Rat.
Let's talk.
You
Let's talk.
got to do it every week. You consistent. Bills 7-2. I can't complain.
Can't complain, man. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, go ahead, Matt.
No, it's just conservative rat. Conservative rat.
I'm a realist, man. They call that realist.
Yeah, whatever.
Realist.
I call it playing both sides, but we're here to talk about that another day. That's okay.
So, before we get into like the minutia of it, I like to get to just an overall view of how y'all felt. So, Rad, what was your overall opinion of the game while you were sitting down watching it Sunday?
I thought it was a great game, man. Overall, can't complain. No. I got. I mean, if I want to be nitpicky, I could pick some things out. But overall, one of the best games I've watched. Both sides of the ball, big plays. And it was just dope. Just a dope experience. I'm happy I got to watch that game. I'm mad the fans wasn't there. That's a great game. The fans should have been at. And yeah, man. And and shout out to the fans. The Bills Mafia. Josh Allen grandma passed over the weekend, and he decided to play. And they donated like 65K to the
pretty close.
Children's Hospital, and that's real close to me. My son was through there. He at Roswell now, so that was a real dope thing for the Bills Mafia. And I'm definitely gonna donate after this show. That's something I'm gonna do because that's a good cause, man. So shout out to Bills Mafia showing up like always.
Yes, sir. All right, Matt. So what do you think about the game, man?
Man, I was loving every minute of it. I mean, everything we talk about that doesn't show up or hasn't shown up this year has. We're talking about some individuals we'll talk about. And then, my boy Josh has been getting a lot of flack the last couple of weeks, and he came out and he was just on fire out the gate. I think he had the most yardage in the first half for a quarterback this season, and he just kept it rolling into the second half. So I couldn't complain at all.
All right. So I love it. So like I said, yep. Josh did play like a man on a mission. And like I said, I lost my grandma last week. So I definitely know how Josh probably felt, what he was going through, and to go out there and ball like he did. Definitely kudos to him. I am the Josh Allen hater, I guess, after Rad maybe on his show. But I definitely want to give him full marks for that. The game Sunday. We're gonna get into that a little bit later. So Rad, you mentioned this may have been like one of the best games like you watched. Where do you think this rank on your all-time list?
I'm sorry, correction. This is the best game I watched.
Oh, okay. Really?
And I know there's been some other games, right? I remember the Patriots game. Was it like 0-3 or something? We beat them like 38-3, 31-3 or something like that.
31 zip, man.
31 zip
game. Yep.
But it was earlier in the season. It was like game 2 or 3. But I'm talking about if you put all the factors, the level of competition against Russell Wilson, how late in the season is mid-season, coming off these last two games, how the defense showed up, how the offense showed up. Both sides of the ball did what they had to do. This was one of the most complete games I've watched. You know what I mean? Every big play in the game, we had it. We had all the big plays. And it was one of the like like this is one of those. It felt like a playoff game for me, and I think this is gonna be one of those games you look down the schedule and point to that helped us win this home playoff game we gonna get. Straight up, I think Seahawks came a high-powered offense came into Orchard Park and we took them. We did what we had to do and
took them out back.
Yeah, took them out back. Did what we had to do with them. You know what I mean? Great first
sure.
half, and we finished it off. We didn't let them come back like the. No, I was watching the thing like this gonna be maybe similar to the Rams game. Is they gonna come back? No, we learned from the Rams game and we caused major turnovers that we need to have to do. And but yeah, it's the best game I've watched as the Bills fan based on all the levels we executed on.
I'm this close to getting there, Rat. The only difference is this. I'll put this game separate from the Patriots game, not the 03 game, but the 2011 game, maybe when Brady threw the 4 picks and we came back. And to me, Fred Jackson was running around with the flag, and like that was a great day outside as well. But that was earlier in the year. It wasn't as important, and to me, that was more about feeling, right? Like when I beat Marcus for the first time in basketball, that meant more to me than like when we beat somebody in sectionals, But even though that game was more important, what that meant, beating the Patriots was better. But for this game, logically, we 7-2, we still in the 1 seed. We just beat maybe an NFC favorite to come out, and now we know that we can beat them if we see them again. So, and when you put it that way, this probably is the best game of our lifetime. Obviously, we missed the Kelly era. Yeah. So when you look at it that way, I am with you, Rad. So Matt, like I said, you are the Bills apologist, Josh Allen stan, also season ticket holder. You definitely would have been out there with the steaks early.
So,
mac and cheese.
It was 70 degrees yesterday. I tailgated yesterday. I tailgated yesterday in the driveway.
So do you think this would have been this would have been the best November home game that you probably went to, right?
Oh, hands down would have been the best November home. It would have been one of the best top 5 home games that I've been to as a season ticket holder. Maybe top 2. But I'm with you on the same track with the New England game, and then the second one was we did it that same season against Philly and Mike Vick. Those were 2 crazy games for me that I remember vividly. And but this would have been right up there with those games. Out the gate, everybody's like, Josh Allen's been terrible, blah blah blah, and just killing them, killing our defense. And we come out 14-0, and it's like, okay, we're about to cruise. And it's one of those games where it's like, wow, this is the real deal right here. And it was it's beautiful. I would have loved to be there.
Shout out to McDermott. He had them boys ready to go. Like he had them boys legit ready to go. Like. And that's on coaching, man. That's because coming off those 2 games, you could have seen how Seahawks could have came here and just wiped us. Like, because we just wasn't. Where was our confidence at? You know what I mean? To come that confident and get it done like that, man. Shout out to Sean McDermott for real. I had some gripes with him. We could talk about later, but had like what he did, have them boys ready to play like that. Man, all credits to him.
It was great. It was great. So, all right, let's get into the game then, man. Let's get into the game. And let's start with the man, number 17, Josh Allen. Matt, what do you think what was the most impressive thing about his game on Sunday?
You know what? He looked like he knew what was going on in the field at all time. And they were in man a lot, which was like kind of disrespectful with their secondary. And we have the number 1 receiver in the league right now, Stephon Diggs, and arguably one of the greatest route runners in the league. So to go man coverage majority of the game on our receiver core is kind of disrespectful. And I feel like Josh was like, "Hey, you guys want to man up? I'm gonna let my receivers make plays," and he did right out the gate.
All right, what do you think
about Josh?
Yep. What was the most impressive thing about Sunday?
For me, it's going to be his accuracy, his confidence throwing the ball. That was the biggest question for me. That's why I was the lowest. I was real low on him. He was a 59% completion percentage, to jumping up to the high mid to high 70s now or something like that. That alone, the amount of times we thrown, the amount of his decision making and accuracy is because that wasn't there. and somehow it got there. It's here, and if he continue down this path, it's sky's the limit for him because the arm strength is there. So if decision making is stay like this, how it was against Seattle, and his accuracy, I mean, what can you say? That's what you need.
See, to me, I agree with what both of you guys said, but for me, the fact that he was the best quarterback on the field on Sunday, to me, is the most impressive thing about it, right? Because we didn't see this with the Bills teams, right? When we playing the Jets, Josh Allen looked good against Darnold, right? When we playing Flacco, we playing some of these terrible teams. We look good, but whenever we step up in competition, they talked about it pregame. McDermott is 3-17 or 3-15 against playoff teams. Whenever we play a better quarterback or a better coaching staff, we get blown off the field. The Texans game, Deshaun Watson was clearly the better quarterback. Tennessee and the Chiefs. Yeah. So, right. But the fact that he was the better quarterback between him and Russell Wilson, to me, now I believe we can go to the playoffs and make some noise. Because I know Josh can be the best quarterback on the field when it's the levels of Mahomes, right? Last week, you guys were telling me Josh Allen was 7 tiers under Russell Wilson. It looked the other way on Sunday, and to me, that's super impressive. That's super impressive.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to Stephon Diggs, right? Because Matt, you did bring him up, number 1 wide receiver, targets. I think number 1 in targets, number 1 receiving yards. Rad, do you think Diggs is going to end as an All-Pro wide receiver this year?
He got to. He got to, and he got to be in the running for Offensive Player of the Year. Like his impact on the Bills team on Josh Allen is second to none. Like name a greater impact. His impact is even greater than like a D-Hop in Arizona. Like Kyler having a good game, but having a good year. But I think you can see the direct correlation of getting Diggs and Josh Allen ascending. So Offensive Player of the Year and definitely All Pro. Like I don't see. That's especially AFC. All Pro don't matter what conference you from. So I don't see. No. Don't give me 4 receivers that make it or something like that. Maybe
I don't know. So yeah.
Or, however, you can't give me whatever the numbers. You can't give me that many that's been playing better than Stephon Diggs. So yes, All Pro, and he's in a running for Offensive Player of the Year to me.
Yep.
Matt, you agree with that?
I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned you can't name more than that number of receivers. I can give you 2 right now who he's on their level, which is Julio Jones and Devontae Adams, who are having great years.
Devontae Adams is definitely the other one.
Devontae, sure. They're having great years, and I think they just had a little argument, or they quoted them saying they were the best. And Stephon, he's there. He's coming to work every week. He's a leader in that receiver core. And he's coming out and being a dog every week, and he's a tough guard. He's a tough out. So I have to agree.
All right, so Rat, I like what you said, right? The Stephon Diggs is a direct correlation to Josh Allen and his success. I want to ask about John Brown, right? Because you see a huge difference in this offense when John Brown is a presence, right? Diggs was getting his numbers the last 4 weeks, and we couldn't score. We really couldn't score. Diggs had 90 yards. Josh Allen had throw for 220. So John Brown had a hell of a day yesterday. Should have scored a touchdown, but he had some Danny Jones feet towards the goal line. So do you think John Brown is the X factor? Like this offense is kind of going to ride, with his ups and downs?
I think we're such a passing offense. You know what I mean? We rely so much on the pass. So that having, a true number 2, he's one of the better number 2s in the NFL. Having a true number 2, I like Cole Beasley, but he got a floor. You know what he's going to give you. Having a true number 2 that can potentially give you what Stephon Diggs is giving you as well. You know what I mean? Not as, not as dynamic, but can be as explosive and can, catch the ball down the field. That opens up the offense, tenfold. And just the rapport that Josh Allen has with him. You know what I mean? Diggs is his first year. It looks like he's been here longer, but the Josh Allen, John Brown connection, I'm not gonna say it's better than Diggs, but it's as good, and to give him that confidence to have both. Have his eyes probably 2 number 1s for real. And Josh Allen eyes is probably 2 number 1s that he can go to every play. So I think it's just a confidence level of Josh Allen having both of those guys out there.
And Matt, I know you've been on the Gabe Davis train since I don't know since training camp, but it was since the draft actually.
Yeah.
You were super excited about when we drafted him. And he bought out yesterday. He bought
Yeah.
out yesterday.
Yeah.
He been balling all year basically. I don't know if I want to talk rookie of the year talk or anything like that, but what do you think is his like? What can he turn into? You think in a couple years?
I mean, he's a star, man, but it's tough in this rookie receiver class because we got a stud. You know, it seems like every team that picked a receiver in the first couple rounds didn't miss, and
They
that's
said
a crazy
that, right?
feat.
It's one of
Yeah.
the few things that was true. This
Yeah.
was the best wide receiver class in so long, and it's
since
Yeah, and
2014.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
they
fell
were
he fell in the fourth round. It's like, and he's one of the top. He's in the top 10, or he's in the top 10. And he fell in the fourth round, and he's having a great year. That's just showing how strong that class is. So I think his ceiling. And I'm gonna go with what Raz said. He builds on that rapport every week. I think his targets are gonna go up, and then when you give him the chance to make plays, he makes them, just like he showed the other day. I mean, he got that first down in the first half, and then that should have been a touchdown play. It seems like he's always making a big play every week, and it's just building more and more. So I think his ceiling, it's tough to say that he has a ceiling because I think he can be a number one or a star in this league.
Well, give me a name. Who you think he's comparable to? What you think he'd be? I'm putting you on the spot.
Right now, I would say he's probably comparable to maybe like a Devontae Adams type. Not like a super burner, but he's a physical receiver. He gets open, and he can make plays after he catches the ball. And I think I like him in that. I'm not gonna say he's Julio. Not gonna,
I thought you was knowing
no,
you.
No. Nah. I'm not gonna go with that. But he is a big physical receiver, and he gets open, but he's not the fastest. He does catch bombs, or he does catch bombs in practice, training camp. But he gets open, man. He gets open, and he makes plays when you give him the ball. So I'm gonna go with the Devontae Adams type comparison.
Ooh, okay, I like that. All right, Rat. I know.
Let's go Stevie Johnson, maybe.
Stevie was our number one for a while.
Let's go prime year Stevie Johnson. That's
1,000 yards. What, 3
let's go
years?
Prime year Stevie Johnson. Yeah.
If he's prime Stevie Johnson, I'm taking that. I'm
gonna say Matt said Devontae
Let's
Adams.
lower. Yeah, let's lower it a little bit. Just
Hey, you said the ceiling. It's early. You said the ceiling.
Yeah. Well, why not? Well, why not just say Jerry Rice then? Why not go all the way? Why am I stuck by Devontae Adams? All right, Rat. So you come on a show every week and like you be harsh on Brian Dable. What'd you think about his game plan last game? Because you were once saying we need to be more balanced, we need to run the ball, and he pretty much said, "No, F that, Rat, big middle finger to you," and came out and threw the ball the entire game. How did you feel about that game plan and like that aggressive mindset?
No, I wasn't. I'm not the biggest critic of Dable
on the show.
On this, no, I mean, I gave him a lot of credit early on the season. I thought his play calling was great early on the season. On this show, I have, and last show, it wasn't the fact that I just wanted them to run and be more balanced. I wanted them to do it if need be. You know what I mean? To feature it if need be. Like to like last week, I gave him a lot of credit for running the ball so many times because that's what the offense was giving them. If you get 6 or 7 DBs in on defense, don't just keep throwing the ball. Like run the ball. Like you got running backs run the ball, and they didn't do that. They played. If somebody playing like what Matt said earlier, playing man against one of the pass happiest teams in the NFL, pass the ball 1,000 times. I don't care on that level. If do what the defenses give you. Don't just throw the ball because you want to be a passing team and you're just gonna do it anyway. I don't believe in that. I want you to have balance as far as doing what you need to do. Like last week I said the Patriots. I'm not saying we're gonna be the Patriots or nothing like that, but every game, every week, you don't know what they're gonna do. Is based on what they need to mold into and transform into. And this week, man to man, you got 2 good receivers, 3 good receivers. Throw the ball 60 times if you need be. 4 good receivers, because we talk about Gabe. Right? Yeah, so throw the ball 60 times you need to. I'm not never gonna be mad at that. I will be mad if we throw it 60 times and we're not being effective and we're not even trying to go to the run. That's what I would be mad at. But I think I like Dable. I think he gonna be definitely get some interviews for head coaching job this year.
I know.
awesome.
Pete Carroll said that they were prepared for them to run the ball. He said they were not prepared for them to throw the ball as much as they did.
I think that was a dumb statement from Pete. He shouldn't have said that. He looked very stupid when he said that. I said that's the dumbest. You too good of a coach to say something like that, and that's just dumb. What do you mean? That's dumb. We're one of the worst rushing team, one of the best passing teams. You prepare us to run the ball? That's dumb. I think that was just a dumb statement. I'm not trying to call Pete Carroll dumb, but I think that was a dumb statement.
Maybe he's trying to take some heat off his team for getting screwed. Like, hey, it's my fault. I didn't have them prepared.
They were who we thought we were.
You guys are just terrible.
I thought they were gonna come out running. What?
What you looking at tape from 7 years ago when we had Fred Jackson? So all right. So I do want to switch to the defense, right? Because the defense been getting killed all season pretty much. No, even though we are 7-2, Rad. People don't really complain about the offense when they were having the bad, four games. But when the defense had bad, 4 bad games, I couldn't hear the end of it. So Matt, what do you think about our defense yesterday? And just were you happy with how they played?
I was, and you know what? I'm gonna do a big I'm gonna do an apology this week for somebody that we took them a while.
We don't apologize on the show, Matt.
I'm gonna well, you know what?
You on your own? Like, can we just go to a single camera right here? I'm not apologizing. What do you mean?
We apologize on the show.
I'm gonna give a pat on the back from all the Bills fans, all the Bills media. We've been killing this dude all year. AJ Klein. He's probably going to be.
He's been terrible.
He's been terrible. He's been terrible, but he's probably going to be the AFC Defensive Player of the Week this week.
Okay.
He came out. He
do it again next week.
I know. I'm gonna shout him out because I'm happy with the improvement. We had 5 sacks. He had 2 of them. We have 4 picks or 3 picks. Yesterday is 4 turnovers, 2 picks, and two fumbles, right?
I think.
Yeah. So
Poyer got a pick. Trey got a pick. Trey recovered a fumble, and then Klein strip sack.
Yep.
And picked up the fumble.
Yeah. So I liked our defense yesterday. We got to Russell. There's some plays where Russell. He's just going to be Russell, right? So, he threw a couple bombs that were on the money that is just like, you can't play better defense than that. You can't do that. Trey did a pretty good job on DK. I'm happy with the defense as a whole. They came out, they gave us the ball back early. So our offense that was on fire, they were scoring at will. So I like that a lot.
Okay. So Klein was the defensive MVP.
Definitely yesterday. Probably for the AFC yesterday in the week.
Okay, how about you, Rad? Who's your defensive MVP yesterday?
This might be a cop out, but I'm gonna go with Leslie Frazier and McDermott. I think their game plan, the blitzes they was doing, they didn't do the Kansas City game plan and just sit back and just hope they don't beat them. They came at them, they rushed it, they helped that D line. That game plan and going different and blitzing and doing all those different packages, helping out Klein become better, helping out Edison and them boys.
And Edmonds went crazy yesterday too. That's another one that stepped up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Leslie Frazier.
Say Rad, I figure you was gonna apologize to Edmonds.
I'm not apologizing to Edmonds. This what we drafted him to be. This is what I expect from him. This should not be an outlier game. Maybe it's an outlier game for Klein. That's fine. That's what he's supposed to do. Edmonds, I expect this greatness from you. Yeah. I thought you was gonna be a top 3 linebacker, middle linebacker this year, and you played like yesterday. You look like the best, like you said, Josh Allen, like the best quarterback on the field. He looked like the best middle linebacker playing against Bobby Wagner. He looked like the best middle linebacker on the field. Now that's what I thought. So Good job, Edmonds. Good job, but that's all I expected. I'm not no apology. That's what we expected. we traded up for you, bro. We traded up for you. This is what we expected, man. What do you mean? No
So what do you think? What was the most impressive thing that the defense did? Right, because we got pressures, we took the ball away, we got off the field on 3rd downs. Like, what was the most impressive thing that we did?
Key moments, key stops, turnovers, big moments. Like every big play we needed, we did it. Like, when you thought Russ gonna come back and try to make an interesting interception, sack, fumble, like all those big plays. I don't care how much points you give up, but if you can make big plays at big times, turn over great quarterbacks, make Russell Wilson look average or less than himself because he's still not average. That's the biggest thing we can do. Like, unsettle him, pressure and like them big plays, opportunistic defense. That's the best we could do, man. And that was a great performance on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Matt, what do you think it was?
I'm gonna go with the same thing. I mean, we were the worst team in football getting off the field on third down, and we got off the field yesterday and made plays that you have to make in football games. And the offense they came through for the defense. They worked as a whole unit. I mean, right out of the gate, even special teams. Andre Roberts. I know I said a couple weeks ago special teams was kind of killing us, but I was more so talking about the kicking game. Andre Roberts is probably going to be an all-pro again. He seems like every time he returns a kick, it's like 30+ yards. So
I mean, back then it was a bad statement. Our special teams has been pretty good.
Come on, shout out to my guy T-Bass, man.
Yeah, I meant our punter's been
Our punter's good.
I was more so aiming at the kicking unit because they were on the field majority of the game. That was after the Jets game. But anyways, just as a whole unit, man. Special teams out the gate. Andre Roberts puts us in good field position. We score right away. We scored in what, a minute and 25 seconds?
Yeah, Phil. To be honest, field positions didn't matter. The Bills could start at the one.
You're right. No, I agree, but that's just a good that's just a good start for the game. Get the boys energized up, ready to go down and put up some points and put the pressure on Russ right away. And they did, and then the defense got them right off the field. We get the ball back, we score again right away. And it's like, damn, we're up 14-0 before I even finished my first beer. This is crazy.
That's funny. So, all right. So, Rad did mention Leslie Frazier, and I do want to give some kudos, right? Because whenever the defense is great, Sean McDermott, man, you got these boys playing some ball. When the defense doing bad, you gotta fire Leslie Frazier. What's going on in there? So I want to shout out my man Leslie Frazier a little bit. So do you guys think this was his best game plan to date of his tenure, Matt?
I wouldn't say I would give him the best game plan because he's playing some good games against Brady in the past. I wouldn't say that was his best, but I would give it one of his top performances, but not his best. Because at the end of the day, they did put up 34 points. You know what I mean? It's not like we shut them down. I'm gonna
disagree, Matt. As a coordinator, our defense and how our offense was operating last year helped our defense a lot. And I'm not gonna say it made our defense look better, but it just made I guess our stats, the final stats look better. This was an adjustment that we made. This was Russell Wilson, a high power offense coming into town. This was a big game for us, and we look. I know the points is the points, but if you looked yesterday, I mean everybody scored 30. Every team scored 30. It was literally insane. Fantasy wise, it was insane. So I think that's the new normal. I don't know, but that game plan, how we attack Russ, made Russ have four. Russ don't turn over the ball, but have 4 turnovers, not feeling the rush, sending the blitzes, not seeing the blitzes, how Klein got in there all the time. It was a great game plan. And as far as me, I gotta go. I can't think of nothing maybe we in the moment, prisoner of the moment, obviously, but that was a great game plan as far as the level of talent and the level of offense we had to play. I think that was good.
And I'm gonna throw this out there. The Bills are undefeated on Sunday games where we haven't lost. And also, I'm gonna also point out, don't get a quote against Josh Allen before you play him. Jamal Adams, he had that quote. I can't wait for my favorite quarterback to be throwing the ball. Talking about Josh Allen, he lit him up yesterday. Same thing with Jalen Ramsey, lit them both up. So whatever you do, don't come for Josh before the game because he'll make you look stupid. That's my quote on that.
That's fine, but to their credit.
Nah, they tried to Richard Sherman Crabtree, my boy, and he went crazy.
I'm just saying, back when they was talking like that 2 years ago, it was valid. It was valid. I'm not gonna say it was valid. I'm sorry. So this is Josh's year, but 2 years ago it was valid.
Mm-hmm.
So before we move on, I do want to ask you guys: is it possible that this was a turning point for the defense? You think they got it together now, right? You think that going forward, even though they did give up 34, they're not playing the Seahawks. Maybe let's see them in the Super Bowl. They are gonna play some great teams though. So points, we're gonna get their points. But do you think if our defense could play like this and our offense play like it was, the Bills could be really, really good. So do you think this was a turning point, or maybe this was the outlier?
I don't know if it's a turning point for our defense, but I think it's a turning point for our overall team. Earlier I said I felt like this is a playoff game. I believe we're gonna have a home playoff game. Right now, if it's gonna be the Ravens coming, it's gonna be Cleveland coming, Indy. I don't know who's coming.
Anybody right now.
It can be anybody who's coming, but to know that when you come to the whatever we want to call it, the Ralph, I don't know what name, the Bill Stadium, the Ralph, whatever.
Calling it the Ralph, no matter what.
Yeah, you gonna have to beat us. We not gonna give away the game like we did last year at Houston. We not doing that. Right, our quarterback got more confidence. Our defense is opportunistic. Our coach gonna have us ready to play. And I think as an overall team, that was a crucial game, beating a Seattle that level talent that coming into Ralph. So I think, I don't know the defense. I don't know. We'll see. But I think overall the team is a good step forward.
All right, that's okay. I appreciate that. All right. So Matt, let me ask you then. What side of the ball had the more impressive day? The offense or the defense, or even gives the teams a little love there?
That's tough. I'm gonna say from, I guess, the past couple of weeks, I'm gonna say that the offense had a more impressive day, just because they look like their first 4 weeks, and they look like no matter what. I mean, I guess we did say they were going to come out and score, but it's almost
not Mike.
We also said that against the Jets and the Patriots. So we
Mike.
We
gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that, Mike.
We're gonna get to that.
All right. Cool.
But I'm gonna have to go with the offense, man. It was like everybody was making plays, and also as another stat, it's like we were the first team since, I believe, 2015 to have 7 pass catches with a catch of over 20 yards in one game. That's insane. We haven't done that since our team hasn't done that since, I believe, 2003, and then nobody in the NFL has done that since, I believe, 2015, and they needed double overtime in a playoff game to do it. So we can't. The offense was just buzzing all yesterday. So I'm gonna go with the offense.
All right, Rad,
I'm gonna go defense here. Seattle. I mean, I'm not complaining. When you got a high-power offense, you're supposed to decimate bad defenses. But Seattle defense is terrible. We all know that. Secondary is one of the worst. And they played man. That's stupid. It was a bad defense and bad game plan. The defense going against Metcalf, Lockett, and Russell and them boys. And now they was down running backs. Carson High was down playing, but to make Russell look like that, to make Russell look, uneasy in the pocket, not having a pocket presence he usually have, his capability, to sack him. Was it 5 times? We got to him like 5 times, to turn him over 4 times. The defense, how the defense was playing, how Edmonds showed up, how Klein, literally people we was talking, how Trey White came and had a pick, had 2 big turnovers for him. I gotta go defense. I gotta go Leslie Frazier, right? We saw this from the office before. The defense have not had a game like this year. And I know the points is there. Now people gonna be arguing how it's 34 points, but this offense, how we've been playing, that defense showed up, and big. And everybody ain't Russell. Everybody don't got a DK. Everybody don't got to lock it, right? So we're not gonna be playing that high power offense every week, and our defense might. And our defense playing similar like that, it's not gonna be 34. It's probably gonna be 14 with all those turnovers. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think the 34 is more credit to that offense than our having a bad defense. So I think I'm gonna go defense.
That's scary. You score 34 with 4 turnovers, like they gotta hit 50. That's crazy. It's serious. All right. So, but to me, like I said, this game gave me some like a hope. It gets like a pathway. I see a pathway to us winning a playoff game, because we had the better quarterback and we had the better coaching staff.
I got us winning, Mike.
Got to win us win a playoff game regardless.
I got us winning. I think definitely gonna be. I mean, Tua. I like Tua, but we gonna win the division this year. And I think we are gonna win that home playoff game, no matter who it is, man. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling after like yesterday. Yeah.
And I feel that way because I know that our coach is not gonna get totally manhandled with the game plan. Like I'm going into that game. I don't care if it's John Gruden. Like I kind of prefer if it's John Gruden, because I know that McDermott can come up with a game plan that's gonna be good enough for us to be be in the game at least. So what do you think the Bills coaching staff rank in the league right now?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a real good question.
That's a good
ESPN,
question.
holla at me.
I think we definitely. I'm not gonna say obviously we're in the top half, but I say as a unit, as the bowl plan, as McDermott, as Leslie, I say we a definitely top 10. I'm saying top 6, 7, around that range. Probably a little bit outside the top 5-ish. I think how they got our team playing. We 7-2. I think we right outside the top 5. We might end up finish the season in top 5. We'll see.
Anybody off top that is better than us?
I think this Tomlin.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin. Harbaugh. Andy Reid.
I mean,
I know we beat Pete Carroll, but Pete Carroll, I don't know how you can, I'm not gonna say we better than Pete Carroll. No.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's gonna say we better. I know
probably
Belichick.
I
think we right there with Vrabel. I think we right there with Vrabel. For me personally, I think we right there with Vrabel. I think that's a. I think they're very similar in that range. So, but you still got to take Belichick over them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
hey, we ain't got to worry about the Patriots in the playoffs.
Nah.
So, all right,
even Flores, man. Even Flores is looking. You know what I mean? With the Dolphins.
Yeah.
You're right. You're good. So, Matt, I know what you're gonna say because you're optimistic, Matt. So I'm gonna ask Rad. You've been consistent.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking.
Yo, you've been consistent, right? You've been consistent with saying win the division, get a home playoff game.
Yeah,
right?
man.
But I want to push you, man. Did that game yesterday? Do you still think the 1 seed is still alive for us? Because we do play Pittsburgh. Are you now? Can you see that in our future? Or are you like, nah, this division still?
Me personally, I taper my expectations. I'm still win the division, get a home playoff game. Now, yes, it is in the sights, but I don't want to, that's one of those things. You get it. You know what I mean? If you get it, you get it. If because you still got, KC, you still got the Steelers. I think the Ravens is still are the same record as the 7-2.
Yeah.
So that's it's a way off. Not a way off. It's close, but I don't want to be thinking of that. If we end up getting it, we get it. We win our division, and then we see where we fall in that top 4. And that's where I'm at right now.
Matt, I don't know about you, but that sounds like a loser's mentality.
Yeah.
To try to get the 1 seed. I mean, whatever.
I think
whatever.
Win the division.
Yeah, you're right. But you're talking about that.
You can't
ladder.
control if you win the West side.
You can control. You win the 1 seed. You absolutely.
No, you can't.
Why can't you?
Because if we went out on the Steelers, we beat the Steelers. That's still one loss. You can't control that. It's not in our control no more. We control that in the beginning of the season, win every game, but not no more. You know what I mean? We can't control that.
I can see where you're going from there. That's still the goal. Sure. It's still the goal. Winning the division's got to be like, if we don't win the division, this season's a failure right now. That's how we got looking at it. How we're looking. I'm looking at the 1 seed right now. We're halfway through. I'm looking at we can get the 1 seed right now.
I'm not saying we can't get it, but that's not. I don't think Sean McDermott is putting that on his board personally.
No, he's definitely a 1 game at a time type of coach, but that's got to be something that's on the. I know the players are talking about it. They have to be.
Yeah, sure.
There's no, and then the fans is at least I'm speaking for, I guess, maybe the optimistic fans, but I'm looking at the 1 seed right now.
All right, you get that bye. Get a bye, and then home playoff throughout. How far we go, and we see how far we go.
Yep.
All right. So, anything else that we didn't cover from this game that you guys want to bring up? Any injuries that we didn't mention? Our O-line took a hit.
Oh my God.
O-line took a hit. They gave up 7 sacks. That was
Yeah, we threw the ball 90 times. I mean,
we threw the ball. Yeah. But I think Trey is okay. He came back. That was a little scare in the beginning or like midway through.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was something
with the foot. Yeah, with the foot. But I think he's okay. So nothing really on the injury front, man. We just gotta move on to next week.
Well, let's move. Oh, cause boy, we're going out west. We're going out west to Arizona, and they did just lose to Miami, but the kicker
Miami.
missed. So it's crazy, right? He made the kick, and I left. I came back. Miami had the ball, but taking knees. I was like, whoa. So I'm assuming that they called timeout to ice the kicker.
He missed it. It was short.
Oh, he missed that joint. Oh, I thought it was.
It was short. No, it was short. It looked great. It was down center, but it was 2 yards short. You rarely see that type of miss. You see why misses or doinks. That miss is rare. 48 yards short. Yeah, no,
I was peeking. I was like, oh, that's good, and I just walked away. Okay, that's funny. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right. So, but we do have Arizona coming in. What is your expectations of that game, Matt?
I mean, it's going to be a similar game to last week. I mean, their defense isn't great. I think they're a lot better than Seattle's defense, and then they have an offense who can come out and they can score every time they touch the ball. They have weapons. It'll be a lot better for us if Kenyon Drake doesn't play again. I would love to play Edmonds over Kenyon Drake this week, but it's going to be a similar game. I think it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a shootout, I think.
All right, what do you think, Rat?
I think this is going to be interesting, because based on my memory, I could be tripping, but we haven't played a running quarterback this year, right? As good as Kyler as that.
We just play one, right?
I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Kyler taking like read options.
Yeah, I mean that like the Lamar's, you know what I mean, on that level. Like this gonna be a different test, you know what I mean? Because
even with Mahomes and Tannehill, we couldn't even contain them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So this is gonna be interesting on how we approach this game. Because Kyler is on, he's embracing the run. He's running. Last year he didn't run as much. He ran good, but this year is like I'm getting booked, and if I gotta put the team on my back, put the team on my feet. Well, you know what I mean. I'm gonna do it. So I want to see how we look against Kyler running the ball, and just seeing P-Pat versus Diggs and White versus D-Hop. I want to see that matchup too, and a better quarterback prevail.
Rematch of the playoffs last year. D-Hop and Trey.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get to that next, but I want to stick with the offense. I just thought of this, right? Because I remember before the season started, we was going through the schedule, and I said like, "Yo, a good exercise would be go through every single game and ask where the Bills had the best quarterback." And we start going through, Cam Newton, I'm Derek Carr. We was all worried about Derek Carr, Jared Goff, right? So we got Mahomes, Tannehill. Hey, we got kind of scared. Look better than Russell Wilson. Do y'all expect Allen to be the best quarterback on Sunday?
Yep, I do. You can't not at this point. It's just the way he looked last week, and just the numbers he's putting up this whole season.
Matt loved all the other bad games.
But even in this, even in the bad games though, it's like it wasn't like butt fumble Mark Sanchez bad. It was, it's he had a bad game. It's like, but he came back, and he did his thing, right? And a healthy John Brown. I think John Brown's looked the healthiest he's looked in a month, and that's a big deal. When you got Pat Peterson chasing Diggs all over the field, you got your other guys that you're comfortable with now.
And their other cornerback is terrible. The other, I don't know who it is. I think his other name is Peterson, like Kevin Peterson or something like that.
Buda Baker is good in the secondary. He's a safety, but I mean, you got Cole Beasley, who you put him on any linebacker, they're barbecue chicken, as Shaq would say. You got Gabe Davis, who's getting more comfortable. Josh is getting more comfortable with him. I see the same offense coming out. I don't see them stopping us, especially if Miami was moving the ball like that. I know they scored a defensive touchdown, but
yeah. They did, but that's what I was going reference to. Two was 20 for 28, 248, and 2 tubs on the second start. And you couldn't really contain him. He looked good. He looked good against y'all. It was a lot of and I think Josh Allen definitely can do that plus more, and with his feet. So I think it's gonna be a great assessment. It's gonna be 2 good quarterbacks I like. I'm a big fan of Kyler Murray. And I think, if this team, what we think is going to be, Josh should be the better quarterback. Josh should be the better quarterback. I think he got the better arm talent. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Overall, do we got the better weapons? Yes, I would lean towards the Bills having the better weapons and the better defense too. So I think we the better team. Overall, I think we're the better team. I think Josh should look better than Kyler, and I think we should win this game. Point blank.
All right. So, okay. Before I get to the defense, you guys think we should be aggressive? Like, I guess, Rad, you like whatever the defense give us, but you think the Bills still come out there and try to score 40 again?
I think we should attack definitely. I mean, I'm not gonna say go away from Patrick Peterson. I don't think he's on some Dion or Darrell Reeves in his prime type stuff right now. And I think Diggs, I'm still taking Diggs in that matchup. So yeah, I think we should still run our game plan. But if they're coming out, trying to stop that, playing heavy zone, playing 7 DBs, Zach Moss and Singletary, I think they're better than what they've been showing. Like they've been showing up the last couple games, and I think that's an option too. And I think we should use them if need be. So whatever. Once again, whatever need be, whatever we should do it. And I think we're capable.
Yeah, I know. Last week I mentioned I was like, I don't know, man. Zach Moss, he might eat into some of those carries, and y'all told me I was crazy. Moss had 9, Singletary had 2. So we'll see. I think Moss may be taking that backfield. I think they may like how he run better, but we'll see. But to go to the defense, Matt. Do you want to see Trey follow D-Hop, especially because of the playoff game last year?
I think so. I think, I know we talk about like weapons on the other team, right? They don't have the same unit that a Kansas City has. Even I'm going to say a Tennessee. They got D-Hop. You got Christian Kirk, who's probably he's an over the top guy, like a Will Fuller was last year for the Texans, right? So, and then after that, there's a big drop off in their receiver course. So I wouldn't mind Trey.
Oh, you're about disrespect my man Larry Fitz like that on this show.
Yeah, you're right. I'm tripping.
What to say?
No, it's
but
okay
yeah,
to disrespect
it's
today's game.
Yeah,
it's okay. He's not gonna beat you.
Yeah, I was gonna say he'll do okay, but I'm saying in a group wise, I'm okay with Trey just being strictly on D-Hop.
Okay,
I'm okay with that.
All right.
Yeah, use the same thing with Miami did. Was it Hayward that he shadowed them? I think they got 2 good corners over there. They got
Xavier. What's his name?
Howard. Xavier
Howard. Yeah, Xavier and Howard. Yep.
They got 2 good corners, so I don't know, but D-Hop was pretty much shut down last against Miami. So use some of that, and I definitely take that.
All right, so I know everybody waiting for the heavy hitting content, but I gotta get these score predictions first, and then we can play around with that. Matt, give me these score predictions. I know you got the Bills winning because you had the Bills winning every week. But what's the score? What's the score?
I'm gonna ditto my score from last week. I'm gonna go 38 for the Bills, but I'm gonna go 28 for the Cardinals. They're gonna win by 10. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the spread is. I think the Bills are.
We opened up as a 1-point favorite right now.
Oh, okay. That's
on
love.
On the road.
That's love. That's love.
Yep. And another thing, you guys are gonna screw your face at me a little bit, but we also haven't lost a good weather game this year. Tennessee and Kansas City, they were pretty trash weather days. I'm not blaming that fully on the game, but I'm just saying we haven't lost a good weather day yet. We're gonna be playing out in the desert in a dome. I think
Boy, that man Matt find a stat. He'll find some stat. I heard Rad. What's your score prediction?
I got us winning. I got us winning 41-33 Bills.
Whew. Bills score 42 weeks in a row. Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. I'm gonna have an heart attack. Yo, y'all playing with my heartstrings because I know I want to score 50 every game. I come on the show like I don't ever want to run the ball. I don't ever need to see Zach Moss and Devin Singletary ever again. But obviously that's not going to happen. My score prediction. I don't want to talk about the score because I get me in trouble. I'm gonna say 30. 34 Buffalo, 17 Arizona. Ooh. I think that was a turning point for our defense. Okay. I think our defense are about to get it together. And I think this week, when we go out there, home favorites. I think McDermott gonna have them boys ready to play better than they ever played before. Matt Milano not playing. Klein.
Yeah, he's out for like
I'm
at least
scared.
3 more.
I'm scared if Kyler started getting all those re-options and get to the outside. Klein saying no chance, but
yeah, we might get a Darren Lee sighting this week too, though. He's might get elevated from that practice squad after a week and a half of some practice. I know he's been in that role before for the Jets and the Chiefs.
All right. Matt talking about Darren Lee now. We not having that right now, Matt. We're not having that right now. I want to talk about me and my feelings because clearly y'all don't care. All right, let's get to it, man. So I made the mistake, right? Right. Every time you come on the show and you give your score prediction, what do you say? You say, do I want to say what I think is going to happen? Do I want to say what I want to happen?
Yep.
So I went to Facebook and asked, hey, Bills fans, do you guys think the Bills will score 30 points? Or do you hope the Bills will score 30 points?
Nah, Mike. I'm not letting you off.
Bills. Every Bills fan watching, keep that same smoke for him. My man got SpongeBob memes.
Question was a little different, Mike.
Yeah, it was.
What make y'all think the Bills gonna score 30? That's what you said. Why y'all think that? That's just your tenor of the question, Mike.
Don't go to it now, Mike. We know you edited it. It's okay. Go to the original. Go. I got the screenshot for the original.
It was a little like.
Yeah, you know me.
He got SpongeBob memed. He got called a bozo. I was loving it.
You threw a little sauce on it, Mike.
Right. No, I think the issue is that I'm sarcastic, so you reading too deep into it. It was literally just a question.
G.
Hold on.
I heard it in your voice and everything.
Me too. I heard
it. Bills fans, why do y'all think Buffalo would score 30 points? Or are you just hoping? That's it. I was asking, like,
nah, Mike.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you know what though? Hold on. People who were watching the stat, they were watching the show and watching you say that it wasn't happening the week before. So they were going off that tone too. So you can't discount that either.
I said the Bills score 24. But okay, let's get to it. Let's unpack this. It's like
but you were acting like it was blasphemous that we were going to score 30 on the show last week. You're like, you're about to score 30? Are you crazy? I
just said, why are you saying that? Like, when I say something, I give a reason behind it. And when somebody says Seattle defense is terrible, I say, okay, so was the Jets, so was New England, so was Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And that's all. And then that's the end of the conversation. No, I know, but nobody ever even have a secondary thing to say after I say that. So,
nobody expected Pete Carroll to come out and put his defense in cover 1 and cover 0 for 50% of the snaps of the game and not expect us to throw the ball. Exactly. He's out of it. That's crazy.
So,
I expected him to score 30. I think I started him a lot of.
I bet the over.
Kings, you know what I mean? So, and the Seattle defense, every quarterback literally against Seattle.
Yeah, I've been doing
had a day. Like all of them. Yeah. So,
So I it was all for fun, obviously. Shout out to Malika. So it was all for fun. Like my stat was pretty much like 2-3 people when I posted it. As soon as the Bills hit 30,
all the smoke.
Like, yo,
all the smoke.
And it was early because it was damn near halftime.
I know.
It was early.
It was eyes. Everybody came up to woodwork. Like, this scored 30. I was like, yo, I didn't even say that they wasn't. I was just asking, do y'all think
takes exposed?
Yeah, like it got ridiculous.
Leave it for the show, man. Leave it for the show.
Yo, but it's funny, right? So that's how I know we need more people to watch this because on the show last week, I said it was disrespectful that the Bills were 3-point dogs at home. I said, I don't think the Bills are that far away from Seattle. I said that on the show and nobody cared about that. They only cared about do y'all think the Bills will score 30?
What have you done for me now?
I got
for me lately.
You know how the shows go. You know how they go, man. You know how they go.
Man, it got hot.
They go get it, man.
It got hot. No one came and gave me no bell. Nope. Nothing. Where was our antennas at when I was getting jumped?
I was right there with the eye emojis. Like, yes. You see me like on. Like you can see me typing on Snapchat.
We
like,
both
my
had them
emojis
scoring
coming up.
30. I think I had them
We
scored 38 or something. 38,
I had
31.
38. Yep.
Yeah, I had Seattle having 34. I was right on the money with that. The Bills just scored 20 more points than I thought. And that's not what I'm saying.
That's a lot of points, man.
Bro, this is why it's so frustrating because I come on the show every week. I've been saying before the season started, I said, let Josh Allen throw the ball 50 times. Let's just score 50 points. This is what I want. This is what I want. I've been asking for this. Now everybody want to come kill me. Everybody want to come kill me.
Your opinion is on your stat, Mike. You can't change it. It's too late. It's over.
That is good. My opinions on my stat. So
late,
ignore what I say.
Ignore the rest of your history. Ignore the last 8 weeks. That one stat rounds out your Bills fandom, man. That's how it goes.
I was just like, everybody. Hump was on there. Like, if Hump on my stat, I know it's crazy. I was like, Hump inbox me talking about he pulling up on the pod. I was like, all right, man. I was like, all right, this I got too far, but I do want to engage with Bills fans like that on Sundays, right? Because we can't tailgate and we can't celebrate together. And I felt like everybody wanted to come to my joint and make fun of me, like as a unit, which I'm fine with, right? I'm fine with. I don't care. I mean, not like I was hurt by anything.
Nah, he definitely lost. He lost a little sleep on Sunday. Angie had to deal with a full 2-hour meltdown.
2-hour meltdown. Can you believe what he just said about me?
How do I show up on a pod after this? How do I pod after this?
I lost all credibility. So, if every Sunday, if y'all want to come on my stat and make fun of me for something that I said, trust me, because I tweet. I'm active all the time. We active. Our Twitter is active. Please follow our Twitter, Overdue Bills Podcast. Sure. Our YouTube. We think it's a sports show. We have a playlist for all Overdue Bills. And Facebook. Obviously, if you watch this,
Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Apple Podcasts. Thank you, Matt.
Yep. Then hey, you want to watch this video and comment later. You don't have to always engage with us live. We want you on the live show, but you can talk to us on this stat right here. Yes, we'll get back to you.
So man, I can't wait for next week, man. Next week is going to be another great game. It's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm sure offense, defense, special teams, coaching, because we got another young offensive coach coming in that's going to try and move the ball on us. It's going to be a shootout because everybody just watched that game. Everybody just said, "Oh, the Bills just put up 44 points." Josh Allen had 415 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 on the ground, and Stephon Diggs is now, I don't know, like the new Antonio Brown pretty much this year. So the Bills offense is on notice. So people is going to play us like they used to play, like they play the Chiefs, other teams. Either they're going to try to score 40 or they're going to try to run the ball. And I don't think the Arizona is doing that. Arizona is going to punch.
Come out three wides. Kyler gonna be throwing the ball, trying to get the ball in space. Little read option. Yeah, they're gonna try to score. They're gonna
punts, field goals might be limited. If it's 4 from 1 at the 50, I think both teams going for it, right?
Yeah.
Because if you punt the ball at the other team, you just all right. Well, here, go score 6 points. So I think we're gonna be going for it. I think another high scoring game. I'm betting it over again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited and like just coming here to talk with y'all. Talk with Bills fans, engage with Bills fans. I love it. I appreciate it. So y'all got anything y'all want to say before we get out of here?
Nah, just gonna piggyback on the thanks, man. Thanks for being here with us. Our little weekly segment. Be looking out. We're gonna try to have another interview this week with a Cardinals podcaster or a Cardinals influencer. We'll have that for you. More content. Try to keep the content going. You guys keep liking, keep watching.
All right.
Go ahead, just for me, I'm just happy we started this pod, man. This is the year to start it. Maybe it might be because what I mean. Our little good juju.
Good luck.
I don't know. I ain't gonna say it yet, but we might have to, get a little something because we started the pod this year. The Bills start doing what they had to do, so we might have to get a piece of something. We'll see.
A ring or something.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, man.
We'll see.
So right. I know we would have been out there. We scored pretty much every time we had the ball. The song would have been ringing off every single time.
Oh my God, man!
But let's go ahead and give him a little piece right here, man. Right now, if I wish Preach was here, because Preach do hilarious. But let's give me a little hey. Let's go, Buffalo.
Let's
Let's
go.
go, Buffalo. All right.
Out of here.